How's it going, guys? Jukes here, and today I'll be showing you what I think is the absolute easiest and fastest way to get the superior Mastery Camo in Cold War, Dark Aether. As of July 2021 and completely solo. And when I say easiest, I really mean it. I'm talking about as low effort as humanly possible, which is important for us because getting Dark Aether means getting 29 guns gold, which means getting about 70,000 kills, so it's a marathon, not a sprint. Now, since you've taken the time to look this up, I'm going to assume most of you know the basics to Dark Aether, so I'm going to jump right into what I'd say is the most important part right away, and then we'll do some side-by-side comparisons to other strategies, cover other details like class setups, field upgrades, etc. In my opinion, the most important part about the Dark Aether grind is picking the right spot to camp in once you're all set up. And when I say set up, I mean once you have Jug, Deadshot Daiquiri, Speed Cola, and a Pack-a-Punch gun, because we need 2,500 Pack-a-Punch kills. So I've seen a couple of Dark Aether guides on YouTube, and they've recommended this spot right here on Firebase Z. I think this spot is good, but it's not my favorite because I think it just takes too long to get it set up on Firebase. To turn on the power, you have to run around all over the map, and even when you are set up, you have to go run over and do these missions every few rounds. So for those reasons, I like Maschine combined with Mauer de Toten better. And I'll do a little example speedrun for you right now so you can see how it works. So you'll be in the spawn for the first 2 rounds, and then at the end of the second round, you'll want to buy this door here and go up to the top of Knock because the zombies spawn faster. And your closest ammo box is going to be right here at the bottom of the stairs. And you'll be up here until about the middle to end of round 8. For round 8, I just wait until at least a good amount come in, kill them, but basically we want to leave a zombie for this round because we're going to be turning on the power, building Pack-a-Punch and all of that. Now that we're in the Dark Aether, the Pack-a-Punch part is going to be either over the pond or over the crash site. We're hoping for the crash site because it saves a little time, but if not, we're fine. But basically we want to open the medbay closet by going through the crash site portal at some point because that's where we're going to camp. If I'm in this room early, whenever I pass it, I just get Deadshot Daiquiri really quick. And also quick tip, if you go prone in front of a machine, any of the perk machines, you get an extra 100 points. So I always do this just for a little bit of bonus. I'm sure most of you know about the coffin Easter egg. If you don't, this is how you do it, and you get free Jug out of it, so yeah, it's nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I'll touch on that in a second, but yeah, so to do it, you're just going to shoot these blue orbs in the locations that I'm doing right now. But yeah, so as I was saying, if the machine part spawns at the crash site location, then the money works out fine where you can just buy Jug and Deadshot Daiquiri and Pack-a-Punch your gun, and then you can save about 1.5 minutes and not do the coffin Easter egg. But yeah, this game we got the pond location, so that's why I'm doing the Easter egg. And then during the Easter egg, that's when I'll go and open up that crash site portal that I was talking about, as you see right now. And for those of you who don't know, if you shoot these crystals, they'll drop anything from like ammo, armor, perks, etc. And as you can see, now the door is open, which is what we wanted to do. And now we're basically set. So real quick, buy Speed Cola if you have over 8,000. If not, it's fine, just skip it. Make sure to always upgrade your gun when you can, because we want our gun to always be as strong as possible. And go Pack-a-Punch your gun because you want to get it upgraded as soon as possible because of that 2,500 Pack-a-Punch kill challenge. But yeah, we're basically set up now. This is our spot. If you did the coffin Easter egg, then you'll be done and all set up in about a little under 13 minutes. And if you skip the coffin Easter egg, you should be done in about 11.5 minutes. So remember at the start of the guide, I told you that this is going to be the least amount of effort possible. Well, this is why. We basically don't have to move for the next 20 rounds. All you have to do is really pay attention when the megatons come, upgrade your gun and Pack-a-Punch, which are right next to you. For megatons, I like to shoot them and make them like split, and once they split, then that's when I activate my Ring of Fire, and it melts them really quickly, and I don't have to worry about my Ring of Fire running out. And as you can see, we can literally just hip fire, and we'll be getting headshots and easy kills. Since we don't really have to aim in this spot, when I was grinding for Dark Aether, I just pulled up my laptop next to me, put on a show, and I'd only look at the zombies like 10% of the time. The grind for most of these guns is super relaxed and very easy. It just takes time. The hardest part honestly is just leveling up the guns to unlock the challenges to get to this point. The only time we're going to have to leave is going to be to get our other perks, and we're going to do this in a dog round in the 20s somewhere after we pack or punch our gun for the 3rd time. And it'll be super obvious when this dog level is, as you'll have a lot of money, and when you do this you'll just go through the portal and then by this door here you'll get stamina up quick and then go up to the top for the rest of the perks. The most important perks to get this round, in case you're struggling for money, are Quick Revive and Mule Kick. And after we get our perks, just hop right back down through the portal and we are back. So if you started the grind already, you know that the harder, well maybe not harder, but more time consuming challenges to complete are headshots, pack-a-punch kills, and elites. So this is how we're going to try to finish them all around the same time and be the most efficient. We're going to stay in this spot until we get our 6th elite kill. This will happen around level 29/30, and you'll know because the game will tell you. And once we kill them, then we'll check how many kills we have and headshots, and if we like where we're at, we'll just die here. If not, do a round or 2 more and then repeat the whole process again. So in this game, we have 1,332 kills and 1,067 headshots. And to figure out pack-a-punch kills, it's roughly around whatever number we have minus 150. So in this instance, we're around 1,170 pack-a-punch kills. So let's see how much an extra round helps here. So as you can see, an extra round gave us about 100 more kills in both of the categories, and the levels should only take a little bit over a minute, about like a minute 15. And here are my stats from finishing level 32. But yeah, you guys will get kind of the hang of it after you do a few guns on like where you want to stop, just so you can make the most out of your time. So we'll do 2 games like this, and after these 2 games, you should be pretty close to our 2,500 headshot and pack-a-punch kill goal. But we don't have to be there exactly. It's fine if we're a little bit under, because we're going to do a quick game on Mauer der Toten to get those 3 elite kills that we're missing still. So the 2 Tempests and the Disciple that you kill when you're turning on the pack-a-punch, those are all going to be elite kills, and to get to this point takes about 7 minutes, and if you're super efficient with headshots, you'll be done right there. And if not, then you can just get a few extra kills here and then you should be done within a couple minutes. 2 spots I like on this map are, well, one is at the end of this alley here, and then the second one is at the top of this building where the Wonderfish machine is. Okay, so to recap the main part of the guide, that's an hour and 15 minutes from 2 games on the machine, plus about 7-8 minutes on Mauer der Toten, plus let's say 2 minutes from loading screens between games. And we should be all done, completely done for each gun in under an hour and a half. And this is completely solo and very consistent and obviously very, very easy. Now, coming up with this method wasn't random. I went out and tested the other methods that are out there, and these are the results. So as you can see, I've synced up all of these rounds exactly to where the round starts, so we can see which spot spawns zombies the fastest. On the right is my favorite spot at the Medbay, in the middle is the office at Firebase Z, and on the left is the alley, which some people are trying on Mauer der Toten. And for the Medbay, on the right, just notice how little you have to move and aim. And when doing this comparison, it's also important to remember how long real time it actually takes to get to this certain point. So on Firebase, turning on the power takes longer, the assault waves make you run every few rounds, and the pack-a-punch is further away. So the time that's spent running around the map is time wasted, versus the Medbay where everything is right next to you. So for the medbay, I got a slightly faster time, but I was checking the score on Firebase and didn't kill that last zombie, so we'll just call them even. And you can see that the alley is definitely the slowest, but that's actually not necessarily a bad thing, as this is a great spot for grinding your snipers. Now, if I didn't show this, I already know in the comments that people are going to say Penthouse is faster, Penthouse is faster. So let's compare those two as well. And I did speed these up a bit just to save us some time. And this actually surprised me. I thought Penthouse was going to be a little faster, but it turns out they're about the same. Plus with the medbay, everything is closer to you, and you have an exit plan through the portal. And again, Penthouse just takes more effort. So for those reasons, I like the medbay over the Penthouse. So if you're looking for a challenge, and instead of 2 games on Maschine, you just want to try to play 1, you can save about 10, maybe even 15 minutes if you play perfectly, by going to about round 50 or 51. So basically the strategy is whenever you get overrun, you just go up the portal, wait for your ring of fire to be charged, and hop back down. So if you're trying for 1 game, your goal, like I said, about 50-51, and this is going to be because that's when you get 12 elite kills. And then do the quick game on Mard or Toten, and if you really just want to do it all in 1 game, then you're looking at about round 62/63, but at that point, Firebase is definitely faster because elite kills would be slowing you down. A few more tips for this are, 1, sometimes when you go up through the portal, your ring of fire will be charged when you get to the top, even if it wasn't when you went up. So just keep an eye on it. Not sure if it's because of brain rot or what, but I'm not complaining. 2, speaking of brain rot, if you get it on another gun, like let's say the Gallo, you can pull it out, shoot a zombie or 2, and it should charge your ring of fire a good amount. 3, war machines are very useful to get your ring of fire. And finally 4, if you're about to go up the portal, try throwing a frag grenade on the ground, and even try to throw another while you're in the middle of transporting through the portal. That grenade will fall down to the medbay and you'll get some kills. Okay, now on to perks/class setups. If you haven't played much Cold War Zombies and don't have all of your perks/skills upgraded, here's how I prioritize them. 1, Ring of Fire for sure. Upgrade this all the way, not even a discussion. 2, I'd say Deadshot Daiquiri. These damage bonuses are huge and it makes headshots way easier. Plus the reduced hipfire spread is great. 3, Juggernog. 4, Speed Cola because you get your Ring of Fire faster. 5, Quick Revive, specifically get that to tier 2 because that makes your health regeneration faster. 6, Cryo Freeze because some of the other mods steal kills from you, and this one's the most effective. Mule Kick, not even for the extra weapon, but because zombies will drop ammo for you when you get it to tier 2. And 8, all the weapon class skills. These are all really good and very helpful, but I rate the perks above these because the perks help you all the time with every gun, while the class skills only help you on the specific weapons. And 9 is basically everything else. For general class setups, optic, whatever you want, muzzle, flash guard is the best because of increased equipment drop rate with no drawbacks. In my gameplay, you'll see me using suppressors even though they're worse, but that's just because I like the sound of the guns better, so don't follow me. Barrel, Cavalry Lancer, because armor damage is more useful than just the normal damage bonus. Body, I like the Ember Sighting Point despite the added aim down sight time, and that's simply because when I'm grinding guns, I don't really like to aim much, it's just more effort because hipfire is just so effective in this game. But if you don't want to reduce your aim down sight time, then the mounted flashlight is the way to go. We definitely need something that gives us extra salvage because this is very helpful for upgrading your gun. Magazine, obviously the biggest one with the fastest reload, but now if you're still leveling your guns and you might be forced to choose between a bigger mag but slower reload or a smaller mag and faster reload, I like the smaller mag faster reload better. Now that Mule Cake is in the game, you run out of ammo less, and it's not really as big of an issue. Plus, if you ever need ammo, you can just go up the portal and grab it really quick. Handle, I like speed tape, and stock, wire stock. Oh, and I know this isn't an attachment, but use the cryo freeze mod on your guns. Weapons to avoid. So to get Dark Aether, you don't have to get every gun gold, you only have to get a certain amount for each class. So for example, for LMGs, you only have to get 3 even though there are 4 in the game. So here are some guns that are more difficult to use and that I'd skip. So for assault rifles and submachine guns, I think that they're all pretty good. But for attack rifles, I would either pick the Type 63 or DMR. I wouldn't do both because they're semi-auto and you'll get pretty tired after tapping to shoot, 2,500 times. LMGs, I'd skip the M60 because it has the slowest reload out of all the LMGs. Snipers, I'd skip the ZRG. I know a lot of people don't like the M82, but I think it's actually the easiest sniper because you can just hip fire it. You can even try to use it in the medbay and just go up the portal, which is what I'm showing on screen right now. Just note that the portal doesn't spawn there until round 18. You can actually get by, not as well, but you can use the K-Swiss in this spot too, and that means that you can use 2 out of the 3 snipers that you have to unlock in the spot, which is also why the medbay is awesome. Pistols, I'd skip the Magnum because it just takes way too long to reload. Same for the Street Sweeper. Melee, they're all pretty close, and for specials, I think the nail gun is the best, and I'd skip the rest. If you want to know the M82 Class Set Up that I'm using right now on the screen, this is it. It's basically the same thing as our normal class setup, except for the barrel we're using the Tiger team, because that added fire rate is going to help keep the zombies out. And we don't really need the armor damage because the snipers are pretty strong anyways. And this is it for the K-Swiss. Basically the same concept, we're using the Tiger team instead of the armor. For snipers specifically, I'm still testing what I think is the fastest. Right now I'm trying out this strategy on Marauder Toten in the alley and putting toxic growth, but still unsure yet, and would like to hear from you guys what you think is the fastest way to do snipers. For launchers and melee, I unlocked those just by running around the plane and pond on Maschine, but that was also before a lot of things were in the game, so I'm going to go back and revisit those, but that's for another video. Also, I've been hearing some things about possibly Dark Aether coming to Warzone, so hopefully we'll see that soon. It's not like 8 months later or anything, but better late than never, I guess. So on that note, that's gonna be the end of this video. I know zombies just went free to play this weekend, so hopefully this helps some of you out. And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to comment down below and I'll try to do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. And I'd definitely like to hear what you guys think about some of these strategies that we talked about today, and if you have any better ones, I'd like to hear them too. So yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.